Hi, today I just want to talk about some of my favorite Leonardo da Vinci books. So, this is where I get most of my information. First, I have some children's books because I love children's books. Da Vinci and His Super Brain by Michael Cox. This is actually the first Leonardo da Vinci biography I read. I read it back when it came out, so I was like 13. This is not my original copy because I lost that one. It's part of the horribly famous series, which when I read it was called Dead Famous. I'm not sure why they changed the name. I'm guessing to make it sound more like Horrible Histories because it's like a spin-off of that series. I don't know. But anyways, it's very similar to Horrible Histories in terms of like overall tone and illustrations. So if you like Horrible Histories or you are a child, you can check it out. Next is Cat and the Missing Notebooks. This is a Stardust Classics book, which Stardust Classics was a doll series owned by Just Pretend. They had 3 different dolls: Laurel the Wood Fairy, Alyssa the Magic Princess, and Cat the Time Traveler. In this book, Cat travels to Renaissance Italy, specifically Florence in 1505, and she meets Leonardo while he is working on his Battle of Anghiari. So obviously this is a fictional book, but it does have some neat historical facts, like the fact he never finished things. And in the back it has some like extra information about history as well as some activities. And really, more books need activities. Speaking of activities, Amazing Leonardo da Vinci Inventions You Can Build Yourself by Maxine Anderson. So this does have some information on Renaissance Italy and a short biography of Leonardo, and then you get into the activities, which does have some more Leonardo facts mixed in. The activities range from the easy, like making tempera paint, to the more difficult, like building a model of his tank. Of course, it has many versions of his flying machines. The coolest to me is they have the walking on water shoes that he designed. But you make yours with styrofoam and duct tape. Now on to adult books. And I have too many, so I'm just going to mention 3 of them. I have Gioorgio of Asari's The Lives of Artists. This contains the first ever Leonardo da Vinci biography, originally published in 1550, but revised in 1568. This is the ebook version of the Oxford World's Classics edition, which is translated by Julia Conway Bondinella and Peter Bondinella. This is actually an abridged version. The original is called The Lives of the Most Excellent Painters, Sculptors, and Architects, and contains a lot more biographies than the 36 that are in this book. Now, Vasari never actually met Leonardo, but he did meet Melzi and he saw Leonardo's notebooks. So lots of Leonardo biographies quote him, or at least reference him. So I figured might as well read the original. It's interesting because Vasari's writing style is very different from modern biographies. Like, let me just read the first sentence. The greatest gifts often rain down upon human bodies through celestial influences as a natural process, and sometimes in a supernatural fashion, a single body is lavishly supplied with such beauty, grace, and ability that wherever the individual turns, each of his actions is so divine that he leaves behind all other men and clearly makes himself known as a genius endowed by God, which he is, rather than created by human artifice. And yeah, it goes on like this. You just don't get biographies like that anymore. Next up is Martin Kemp's Leonardo da Vinci, The 100 Milestones. This is another one I just have in the ebook version, so I don't have an actual book to hold. Martin Kemp is one of the leading Leonardo experts today. This book just goes through 100 Leonardo pieces. Obviously, he completed far fewer than 100 paintings, so it does have the paintings as well as lots of drawings and sketches and studies. Each piece is accompanied by a couple pages explaining the piece and its significance. I enjoy just taking a couple minutes a day to read up on a Leonardo drawing or painting, so it's great for that. And the final book I want to present is Walter Isaacson's Leonardo da Vinci. Very clever title. This is the most thorough Leonardo biography I happen to own, and it's also relatively recent. It was published in 2017, which means it contains more recent discoveries like the identity of Leonardo's mother. And I do enjoy his writing style. Probably my favorite part of this book is that he doesn't shy away from stating that Leonardo was gay. So many biographies of gay historical figures are like, well, I mean, we can't be sure, but maybe. And Isaacson's just like, nah, he liked dudes. So if you want a really thorough biography, I do suggest this book. But if you want more fun, I probably recommend the kids' books. Also, I would probably suggest the ebook just because this started falling apart before I even finished it. I do have some more books, but those are the ones that I wanted to bring up today. Anyways, happy birthday, Leonardo. Bye.